Welcome to Connected Business UK. My name is Alan Edwards. We are the Connected Business Distributor in the UK and Ireland. We have a development team, and one of our recent projects has involved integrating the telephone system into Connected Business. We have many years experience in this field with development of several products, so we are building on previous experience and knowledge. We have also designed our product to allow us to build on future telephony product platforms which use software other than TAPI. The key facts are our software uses the TAPI to connect to the telephone system at present. It is fully integrated to Connected Business. It is designed to be flexible and expandable to allow the inclusion of other user-defined fields for numbers. We already have plans to integrate with other non-TAPI interfaces, and we already have over a decade of experience in this telephony field. The key features are you can click to dial from a contact, a lead, a prospect, a customer or a supplier. With regard to inbound calls, the software will pop up and show the identity of the caller. The available features change as the type of caller varies. For instance, a customer will show you quotes, orders or invoices, whereas a supplier will show you purchase orders, GRNs, bills, etc. There's overall call tracking, and searching can be by specific criteria or by a customer or supplier or numerous other criteria. There is an ability to add comments against calls. The key benefits are know who is calling without endless questions. It reduces mistakes in dialing, especially on long numbers. There is complete traceability on calls. Did they call? What time? How long were they on for? Did your staff call them? And all that is at the click of a button. It allows us to be professional, confident, effective. More importantly, we expect this to add to sales and gives you the facility of knowing who called but who didn't order. So someone can quickly find out why by a click of a button and dial the customer. Let's go and see what we've got for you. So we'll look into the program. Initially what we'll do is we'll make a telephone call in. So we apologise for the sometimes very hard to hear all these phone numbers. So I've rang in here and it's now popped up. So I can answer the call. So I've got the call here now. You can probably hear a bit of an echo coming past. Yeah. So in this, sorry, you hear the echo already. I can go to the info so I can look at the last quote date, the last sales order, and the last sales order date, the last invoice date, and obviously I can double click on this and go straight into the last invoice. There you have it. I can also add notes in here, whatever I want. There's my general information with regard to the customer and their address. Because that is a customer, I can pop the button and the customer will come up. I can go new sales order and it'll bring up the new sales order. I can do a new invoice. It'll bring up the invoice or a new activity. It'll pop up my activity. Calls today. Say while it's regarding a meeting or a case. So I can go out of those and close these windows down. Right, so I can say hang up and that just closes off the call. Right, now if I dial there again, I can take up the call and I'm going to answer it. Yeah, you can hear it here now. Bit of a noise there. So I can do a transfer. I'm going to transfer to the white analog phone. You notice it's put on hold my other white phone. Dialing. So we'll take up the call there. Close the call off here. And again, you can hear the echo coming back. So just close the call again. So hang up. So you can transfer. You also notice that we can do three-way calls as well on the phone as well. Now, if just from a point of view is of looking at calling out, so you can click dial. There's my mobile number. You hear the phone starting to ring. And my mobile phone starting to ring here. So I'll just hang up. Cuts that off. Yeah. So all of those features are available obviously from the customer. But I can also have it from if I go to the CRM, I can have it in the leads. So I've got the dial screen in here. So I didn't put one into that one. Dial number there, so click on that. So I'll just hang up there now. If you hear the phone ringing, just hang it up at the minute. Yeah. So I've got, and I can go into the prospects. Same screen. If you look down at the bottom, there is a telephone screen in here, which basically allows me to give the history of that particular prospect. But if I go into my customer, I've got the same thing here. Again, I can dial out, which I've done before. Dial here, but I've also got a screen in here which gives you a list. So I can click that number and click dial and immediately dial out. But if I went back there and said I wanted the last 2 days, and refresh that, that'll only look at the last 2 days calls. Whereas if I went 5 days, refresh, last 5 days calls. So I've got track record. If you notice here, we've got notes as well on it. If I maybe make that a little bit bigger so I can see the information. I can also rang and was sorted. Yeah, and I just save that so that stays on that forever. So I've got my dialing out here. Also, we've got it in the supplier. Again, we've got the dial screen in here, so not a big problem. And I've also got a history. If you notice, if I go back to my customer again, in our configurations, we can specify how long we want to bring it up. So we have it set there for 31 days, and that again can be set up in my configuration. So I've said I want it automatically log days, my external number. We've got that set up for TAPI. We can actually put in names against the lines and against the PCs. And we have got a facility to match particular fields, because in many cases people may put in telephone numbers in the front of the user defined field. So if you add them in here, it'll look them up. If you notice there on my dial, it is picking up the contact details as well on the user defined fields. Now, if I went back to my telephone system, I can, on the wee button, if you notice there, I went a bit quick, double clicked on that button there, that brings me up my call logs. So I can go the 1st to the 21st, and it brings me up a list of all the calls that have been in. Now obviously I can search in here by, I want Alan Edwards, so that's myself. I can say by Paul, that's him. We'll just go back to all again. I could go and select only the incoming. I could go in here and say I only wanted to look at the customers. Yeah. Now, going across there, we've got our customer code. So if I actually double clicked on that there, that would take me into the customer via the hyperlink, and obviously the dial's there. I can also click on that there and click dial, and it pops me up the screen and starts to ring out from that there. So I'll just close that off. Got the customer telephone number incoming. I've got the time, the extension, the name, connected, when I was disconnected, and the duration. If you look down at the bottom hand, we can also see the total duration of calls and the total number of calls in that period. So I can move this across here. I have got transferred to, so we transferred there to the white analog. In this very useful scenario, I can by order date. So I could go in here and I could actually sort it. So a lot of times you can actually find out who ordered on the date. So people have rang in, but the last time they ordered is the 4th of the 9th, but that's into a few days. So I can basically get who ordered in today and didn't ring, or who rang in today and didn't order, or I can say when their last invoice was. You've also got sales reps, so I can do that. I can sort by the team or the territory, and I can also get my notes. Obviously these are entirely flexible, so I can drop these across here. So the idea is that it's very easy to monitor what your staff is doing and how good they're doing it. You've got a complete log track record of what's gone on. You also have the facility of exporting these Excel to CSV into a text file. Oops. We'd just like to thank you for your time, and I hope that you've been impressed with what you've seen. And if there's any queries or anything that you want us to confirm, please contact us either by phone, by email. Thank you very much.